Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Cooper from Beyond the Pitch, Chicago. Mikey Carvajal, Islander. Pretty big deal here. First off, welcome to the armpit of the Midwest, South Bend, Indiana. I'm not sure if you've been through here or not, but welcome nonetheless.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we got to go to the Walmart today, so I had to pick up some laundry detergent, and I use Free and Clear, so I didn't know if the gas stations or whatever would have it. So
it's normally just bar soap around here, you know.
Okay.
So, first and foremost, Mikey, congratulations on the recent album. Love it. My understanding across the board is that the reviews are great. It's getting a lot of radio play. Is it what you expected as far as response from radio, reviews, fans?
I didn't expect for it to necessarily. I didn't go into it with any expectations, I guess. I just knew that we were trying to make the best record that we could make, and I think we did that. And now that was kind of like getting radio play and all this stuff, and it's like I don't know, it's like number 23 or something on radio.
That's great.
Like it's our first album and it's our first single, so like we're just taking it back. We're just kind of like, man, like we're grateful. Yeah, it was unexpected. So
kudos, dude. I mean, really, it's. You know, there are a lot of bands out there that they kind of hit and then poof, they're gone. One single.
right.
I know that I listened to that release, and I'm like, which one's next? You know, I mean, of course, Coconut Dracula is on the softer side, but then it really digs in, kind of gets your hair standing up. I mean, that's I guess it was probably the right single to start with.
I would say so. I didn't see that one being the first single, but now that it's been kind of put out there, I agree with it. I think it should have been the first single, and it's done well. And it's one of my favorite songs on the record. So I'm not just saying that because it's a single. When we were in the studio, we wrote it. I was like, man, I really like this song.
Well,
and it's cool. The next single's New Wave, by the way.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So, with that being said, all the things we just talked about, you guys have had one hell of a year. I mean, you put out your first full length. You guys did Mayhem. You did Aftershock. You're doing Louder Than Life. Do you ever sit back? I don't know, maybe it sounds kind of cheesy to say it, but between city to city and go, damn, like we're really doing this. I mean, after the years of music and toiling from crummy bar to crummy bar, you're really doing this.
Yeah, it's I like playing those couple bars.
Yeah, well, I like to see it there too.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy to be on like our first major tours with Corn and Revenge on the Mayhem Festival, and then play Aftershock and Louder Than Life's coming up, and like not tomorrow but the next day we have a show with Rob Zombie, and there's nobody else on the show but us and Rob Zombie.
Really?
And like for us, we were just like, that's crazy. Like we don't have huge robots and stuff walking down the stage, so it's all new to me. I know that I grew up, just listening to the bands I listen to, and I wanted to make music, and we just did it for fun, and now it's gotten really serious. We're still having fun, but it's got taking on a new life and stuff.
To me, looking outside in, I mean, it's amazing. Once again, congratulations, because there are a lot of bands that get that, and I don't think they know how to handle it. And everything that I've seen of you, it seems like you guys handle it pretty well.
Try. There's a lot of new things being thrown at us all the time, man. It's like things are so much stuff's just available at any moment you want it. And for me, I'm a man of faith, and I'm also a husband, so those things come far before any of the other little stuff that could ever come along.
Kudos to you for that. I mean, there's no Motley Crue action going on. The old glam. It's the old sex, drugs, and rock and roll, if you will.
We haven't started putting on lipstick. So. I don't think we're going to.
I referenced this question before. The reviews have been pretty solid. But on the downside, they like to knock you guys, saying, oh, that, you know, you're the next coming of Deftones or POD. So first I'd like to ask you what your opinion of that is. But secondly, I'd like to comment and say, you know, just a couple months ago, somebody was saying that about Avenged Sevenfold, that basically they were knocking off all of their idols, if you will. They're doing pretty damn good.
Oh, they're doing great.
You know, so with that, I mean, do you have anything to say to those reviewers that, you know, you're the next big thing between Deftones releases or something like that?
Thank you. That's a pretty huge honor. I mean, we don't want to be the new Deftones or the new POD. I think both of those bands have done what they do, and they do it well still.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be your new Deftones or POD, but to be compared to that good of like those kind of bands, that is Sarson Pizza guy for all those
pizza,
that are out there. So he's
extra sauce.
telling him to go that way. I wish he would have gone this way.
Just drop it right here.
I already ate some pizza. It sounds good. But yeah, if you're compared to like Deftones or POD, like it's like thank you. Those are great bands.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to. I'm not going to combat that.
Yeah. So no to reviewers. Mikey says thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. That's crazy.
So what makes Islander different than a lot of the bands that are out there today? I mean, I know Mayhem was. I won't even put that into play. But just as a whole, what makes you guys different? Whether it be personally, professionally, towards the fans, whatever. I mean, whatever you think, in your opinion.
I think for us, the bands, and we're friends with a lot of these bands, but for us, the bands that we've been playing with a lot lately, they all use backing tracks, and they're kind of like lip syncing, and like even like lip syncing to their guitars, or whatever, however you say it, they're just like pretending to play.
Yep.
And for us, everything that you hear is completely organic. There's no, I don't know, there's just, if you hear a mistake, it was an honest mistake, and if you hear something that was good, that was an honest something that was good. So I think that's I don't ever want to get away from that. That's very, very important.
You know that.
Humanity.
That's a big thing. Like you know, you look at the indie music scene, where anybody with a Mac can record, set up, do everything. You know, there's something to be said for going out, tuning your guitar, you know, hooking up the mic, and getting to work.
Oh yeah, there's just so much phoniness in the industry. We've only been here for a second, and I've already seen how fake everything is. Yeah. And I just think that it's people that are missing out on like the realness and the humanity of all of it.
Absolutely.
The world needs to view musical mistakes to happen on stage to show that, you know, like it's not perfect. Life's not perfect. Music's supposed to be a representation of life or whatever. Like art is supposed to, you know, show something going on in life. Life's not perfect. It's like get on stage if you mess up or something breaks, tell the crowd, hey, something broke, and they're like, dude, you're really playing your music.
Yeah. Oh, wow, you suck. There's a string broke.
Yeah.
You know, there's a quote I read from Dimebag that basically, you know, his comment was basically, you know, I make mistakes every time, but after, you know, hours and hours and years and years and decades of playing, you don't know it's a mistake.
Right.
So, with that being said, yeah, mistakes are okay.
Yeah.
You know, so
Music, yeah, it's definitely just.
we as fans don't expect it, but at the same time, when it happens, it is one of those things that, you know, it's okay.
Yeah.
So, what does Islander have to do, in your opinions, to get the world to fall in love with you? I don't flash those pearly whites with no food in them.
I don't know. I don't know if we want to get the world to love us in a sense, because all the things that the world seems to love, they're very just crazy things. And like when you look on the news and you look at everything that's going on, there's obviously the majority ruling life's a pretty messed up world.
Yeah,
So,
well, that's a great point.
I don't necessarily know if we want everybody to fall. Like, we don't want to do things and make people like, no, I love these guys. It's like, you know, I just want to meet at a real spot and say, look, like, let's seek the truth together.
Okay.
Let's not argue about it, but let's be open and honest with one another rather than us being like, here's your product to buy. I would rather than be like, you know, here's what I like about the band, or here's what I don't. Because I mean, at the end of the day, like, the band is the band, and we are people outside of the band.
Sure.
I don't ever want to buy into the idea of, I'm Mikey from Islander. I'm just Mikey, and I'm singing the band Islander.
Right.
So
Yeah. And
I don't want to buy my own hype.
yeah, I'm sure that's got to be a scary place to live like that. And maybe I think probably it's those people don't know that they're doing that.
Yeah, they don't. I think that's the thing. A lot of people are blinded, and they don't realize that bands and stuff, like, people are, I don't know, it's just this huge, like, marketing thing, and it's like this industry that's telling people how to dress and telling people all this stuff, and it's like, man, like, what happened to, like, just being like, here's some songs that we love. And then there's also, I understand the image and all that stuff, because I like art. I like presenting artwork that's gonna tingle people's senses, you know.
Yeah.
But it's definitely something where I want it to be honest. A lot of people are like, man, we want to be a positive band, or we want to be this kind of band. For me, I'm just like, I want to be honest, and I think that's the most positive you can be. I think that being honest about things rather than lying. What's positive about lying?
Well, nothing. I think the educated fan, there are a few of us out there, appreciate that you're just you. You're just a guy who writes songs, who goes out on the road.
Yep.
How does your wife take to all this touring business? I mean, obviously, well, I won't say obviously, but I would assume that she's home taking care of the dog.
You hit the nail on the head.
You know, I mean, saying you didn't deposit the money in the bank, Jack.
No, it's my wife. It's nerdy to say, oh, she's my #1 fan. It's not. Like, she's my best friend. Like, she is everything. Like, she's, you know, people say like the better half, but she's the better half. She's a school teacher at the school of the Deftones.
So she needs you to get this big because teachers don't make any cash.
Rock and roll doesn't make it cash either.
Yeah.
So, starving artists thing. So, but yeah, she's
School for the Golden Blind.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's awesome. She's just the coolest thing in the world.
What's her name?
Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah.
You're doing us right.
She's she's a huge reason that I'm able to do what I'm doing, and she's my biggest support system. And like you said, taking care of the dog. She's home with my dog Charlie. And, thankfully, we have a lot of family that lives around and stuff, though, and she's been a family a lot. But like during the summers when she's not working, she came out with us. She came out with me.
I was just gonna say that. Oh,
she was
awesome.
there for pretty much the whole thing. She ran the merch. She never complained about not being able to shower for 8 days or whatever. Like she's just fantastic. I love her.
So with that being said, I'll throw you the big fat curveball. You got a picture of her in your wallet?
Not in the wallet. I have one in my phone. Actually, it's funny you said the wallet thing.
I don't believe you.
No, it's funny you said the wallet thing because I'll
Okay.
pull one out.
There it is, folks. Curveball. Curveball number 1.
The wallet thing, that cracks me up that you said that because before I left, I got a picture printed off of her that I like. I told her, I was like, I want to put one in my wallet. Because I always like the idea of carrying one in my wallet. Here's a really cool picture of her.
Ah, there it is.
I'll keep
Beautiful woman. Who's the big winner there? I'll leave that to interpretation.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah. Well, congratulations and good for the both of you guys. I mean, it sounds like you're really solid. I guess if that is a good word for it.
She likes the whole idea. She's kind of like hippie-ish, kind of like me, I guess. So like, she likes the idea of being able to go around and see the world and meet all these people and share our faith with people. Sure. Not necessarily like like through, I don't know, market.
Yeah,
Kind of
like
thing.
on stage.
I just don't like when people like put, I don't know, you can't put your God in a plastic bag and sell it. It's not, it's so much, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I do.
It's not like that.
I think that runs a lot of people out of faith.
I'm somebody who has faith in Christ. I hate music the same way that anybody else would, just like any other job. It just comes through. That's my worldview.
Sure.
And try to force it. It's nothing like that. It's like I always tell people when you go eat at a restaurant. Sorry, when I go eat at a restaurant, I don't go, excuse me, what does my chef believe in before I eat? I don't know if I can eat this because my chef is, I don't know. So it's like, that's ridiculous. I want a chef that cooks good food. I want a plumber that can fix the toilet. I want musicians that can make good music.
Yeah.
So.
Fair. I don't think that's a lot to ask for.
It
It shouldn't be. So something that's pretty prominent right now in the music industry is crowdfunding. What's your take on that? I know that you guys are a signed band. You have some label backing, but you weren't always signed. I mean, is that something that you either intended or tried to do, or what's your opinion on that?
I think that it's a funny thing that people are just now talking about, like crowdfunding. Because for me, I always grew up buying the records of the bands I liked, and that was crowdfunding.
Yeah.
So
Fair enough.
what's the difference? Now people are. What the real question should be: what's my take on stealing?
Oh.
So some people think that they're like, why are you so uptight about your music or whatever? I would love to give all of our music away for free, but I'm not going into the whole like what YouTube recently did with the whole iPhone. Like,
Yeah.
I got that YouTube album on my phone, and I was surprised too. But I'm not going into all that. But I know that Bono said something about art. He believes art is a sacrament, should be paid for, or something like that. So I'm the same way. I'm like, when you like go back to the restaurant, I'm gonna go buy a meal. I don't walk into the chef's kitchen and pick up the meal that he just placed. Say, hey, or just because you can't download the spaghetti dinner through your computer, I mean, you can't. It's all stealing.
Yeah.
They're just internet looting, and it's a very touchy subject to people. But I think the real idea is, where's your art? Like, why do you think stealing is okay? Because I could care less. I would love to give all of our music away, but the reason bands are crowdfunding, and the reason that you're seeing so many musicians going under and record labels going under, is because people are stealing.
Yeah.
So to change the fruit, you got to change the root. That's one of our lyrics.
There it is. There it is. Taylor and Charlie need the money too.
The school teachers, that's a bigger deal than the record industry, though. We can go really deep into how school teachers are.
That's a. I think that you're out of my shot here.
Am I?
I hope not, because otherwise we're gonna have to do this some other time down the road.
We'll do it again tonight.
Wait, what the hell? Let's party.
Yeah.
So I just have a couple more questions for you. I read, and actually it was in the interview, kind of whatever you did with Head from Korn, that said you sat down with Victory and had a list of goals. You don't remember.
No, I know you're talking about.
And basically, number one was you wanted to tour with Korn. What else? What else is on the list of goals?
I would like for this to be able to be a career. I don't ever want to have a big house and whatever. Like that's not like in my head. I never think about that when I think about all this. I would like to be able to provide my wife and my daughter at home. But I don't want to live in a mansion. I want to be able to travel and meet people and to be able to continue creating art and getting it out of the world. So that's the only reason anybody would ever want to be crowdfunded, because they're working.
Yeah.
So.
Once again, I think that's honest. Yeah.
Everybody wants to walk
Everybody
through the
wants
shot,
to.
so you know.
Everybody wants to walk through the shot and see Mikey. Like, they don't even know who he is. You will, though. So 2 more questions. One. Are you a bigger fan of Bjork or the Sugar Cubes? Now don't tell me you do not know the Sugar Cubes are.
I do.
Okay.
This gets really controversial, I'm sure, because New York. Let me just put it this way: what would the Sugar Cubes have been really without New York? Like, that's the reason we haven't edited it down.
Yeah.
So I would just probably say New York.
Yeah.
New York's music.
It was one album.
She's very high on my list of fantastic artists. She's a fantastic singer, and she brings that punk rock sensibility to interesting music. So
She's out there.
yeah,
I will say that.
I would love to record music with Bjork.
Yeah. I hope that happens. I hope you guys get large enough that she calls you. Hey Bjork, he's waiting.
I want to write some music.
Let's do it. So, last question. If you and I were to do a fantasy wrestling league,
Oh,
Okay.
You did your homework. You know I like wrestling.
but I get the first pick. I pick Sting. Yeah, baby. Who do you take?
Which Sting did you take?
I take them all. I actually think that I take the Sting that was before he was in the NWO.
Before he was red and black, or
Yes.
like a black and white crow Sting?
Yes.
Gotcha.
The one where, they panned up, all the way up,
The Raptors.
and there he is. Yeah. Uh-oh.
You just took my guy. That's
know
my
I did.
favorite wrestler.
That's the beauty
I have my
of-
Sting shirts in the trailer
That's
right
the beauty
now.
of being number one.
If I'm gonna have to pick somebody that's not Sting, which is very difficult for me. Oh goodness, man.
Oh. Swing and a miss.
I'm sorry out there. Let me think. I really like Sting. Okay, if I had to pick somebody else, are we gonna keep going after this, or probably not? Just that one.
Probably not. Probably not.
Let's say Rey Mysterio Jr. I still call him Junior because in
Well, that's-
WCW he was Rey Mysterio Jr.
Right.
Now he's just Rey Mysterio, but I like Rey Mysterio. So then again, I like Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so yeah, actually, you know what? Round two. Let's do a quick one. Round two. But round two has to be tag teams.
Okay.
I'll go new school. I think the Dudley Boys.
I'll take the old school Steiner brothers.
Oh my!
Like when they were still wearing their like high
They
school
were-
gear and stuff like that.
Wow!
So,
Wow! Okay, there you have it.
Then again, there's the Legion of Doom.
I know, and
Man, I don't know. This is difficult. This is fun. I can do that one all night.
but we're gonna have to think about it, and then we'll have to reconnect. So, at any rate, we'll just call it a day. You got a show to do at some point. Get a nap because you're a traveling man. So,
I already took a nap.
you already took a nap.
Already took a nap.
So for Mikey, this is Cooper, Beyond the Pitch Chicago, signing off.